Leadership is an act, a decision to take a stand or step in order to encourage, inspire or motivate others to move with you. It is the ability to guide others without a force into a direction or decision that leaves them still feeling empowered and accomplished. Effective leadership is providing the vision and motivation to a team, so they work together towards the same goal, and then understanding the talent and temperaments of each person to contribute individually their best toward achieving the group goal. But what is it really like to be a leader? What makes a person a leader? In order to answer these questions, we asked these representatives a few questions from different fields about leadership. Let us hear their answers, shall we? Are leaders born or made?
Yeah, I believe that being a leader, it is born and made. Because man is always in a constant process. You are born, then you are in an ongoing process of developing your skills, talent, because leadership is also talent and it is also a skill.
So in my opinion, leaders are made because all of us are born same, so as normal people. So in order to become a leader, you should prove yourself that you deserve to be one. So you need to be molded, enhanced, and improved to be a leader. So
leaders, are they born or made? I believe that in some ways leaders were born and in some ways leaders were made, because traditionally we believe that the political leaders that we have, if our foreparents were in political or maybe in some aspects leaders, in their own way, we believe that the grandchildren or the children will also become leaders soon, will become also leaders in the future. But because of the blows of technology and the upliftment of the education system that we have now, I believe that leaders were also made, because if you are already for example, in our local governance, if you are already elected officials, even though you don't have that knowledge enough for in our system, later you can learn that, because our government is also offering trainings, conventions, so that you can learn things in the field of leadership, especially in local government, specifically the University of the Philippines. The NCPAG is offering courses for newly elected officials so that they will learn the system, the policies and formulations, so that in the long run, they can learn that serving is not only purely services. You should also learn the technology or the system alone, the policies, so that in aid of legislation, you can also contribute much. Because before, if you are an elected official, what you think only is to serve people through social services. But this time, by giving social services to the people, it is also essential for our local government officials to learn things, especially our legislative agenda, so that if you are in the legislative department and the executive department, they should go together for effective implementation of our government programs and projects. So basically what I'm telling now is the leadership in the local governance, because it is where I am.
What are the qualities of a good leader?
I think a good leader, and also the diocese also believe that a good leader has the 3 C's. He has a credibility. Okay, a good leader must have a credibility, a credible leader, and he is conscious of what is happening around, and he has a care.
For me, the qualities of a good leader is, you must say, a good communicator, open-minded, enthusiastic, devoted, and especially selfless.
The qualities of a good leader. Of course, when we seek for a good leader, we're expecting that she or he has all the capabilities or the qualities, especially expected by everyone, being good, being nice, being accommodating. But for me, every leader has his or her own specialty when it comes to politics, because some leaders are sincere, some are understanding. So basically, if you want to be a good leader, number one for that is that servant leadership. Because being a leader is not, especially for us in the politics, if you are an elected official, yes, you are famous, you are known to everyone in your community, but basically people didn't see us that fame is just part of the system where we are. But basically people then see the sacrifices, the deeper scene, the behind the scenes of the elected officials, or even in the barangay level. Because being a leader, if you are an elected official, you're not only aiming for fame or the salaries that you receive, because when you give your oath during your oath-taking ceremony, you said that you serve your constituents, and you don't ask that people will serve you. Okay? So being a good leader, for me, it's to serve the people with a sincere heart. That's servant leadership. For me, I don't know to other. Pero yun nga sinasabi ko, every leader has a good quality. For example, President Aquino is very good in cleaning the system, especially eradicating graft and corruption. Diba? That during the President Marcos, his specialty is for the development of the Philippines, because we are in the top 10 best country in the Asia during President Marcos. So his priority is for the economy. So what I'm trying to tell is that every leader has his or her own good quality. Kung saan siya na-excel, yun ang makikita mo according to his or her priorities in the delivery of services, effective delivery of services to our common people.
How did you overcome stage fright?
By knowing who are your audience, then reading, doing research on and background of the matters, how do you call this one? Yung topic na ibibigay mo, you must have a deep grasp on it.
Overcoming stage fright, I'm thinking that I'm talking to a person that I really know, not that.
Stage fright. When I say stage fright, I believe that everyone experienced that thing, because not all of us are expert in talking in front of the public or in front of a crowd. But I believe also that even the best or eloquent speaker in town experience also that stage fright, because there are times that you get nervous when you see people in front of you. But I believe the secret there is just when you speak in front of the people, just stay focused and just believe in your words, believe in what you say, and talk with your heart. So by doing that, I guess you can overcome stage fright. Just stay focused.
How do you prepare for a good speech?
Okay. First, you must always know your audience. Then do a strategic way on how you're going to approach your audience. Then the very essential is really to have a good background research on the topics, the matters that you're going to say or convey to your audience.
Preparing for a good speech may be thinking about all the good things you have done and saying it by heart and doing it by heart.
When I was in elementary, I always prepared my speeches, especially in school. When we join contests, competitions, it was part of the education system, that you develop also your public speaking. So, of course, during my elementary and high school years, you always prepare and memorize your speech. So, if you have a memorized speech, make sure that you master every word of your speech, because when you miss one sentence during your delivery of your speech, I guess the whole thing, the whole delivery of your message will be affected. But it's okay for you if the speaker can recover, no? Even though you have the imperfections in your speech. If you know how to overcome your shortcoming, it's okay. But in a memorized speech, there is no room for errors. You should memorize and you should deliver your message perfectly. But as the years go along, especially in my work, that in public service requires public speaking always. So I guess when I started as an SK chairman, being the youth leader of my barangay, in the first place I always prepare my speeches because that was the thing I adopted during my years in the school. But as you go along, it is part of your work. What's important is that not the words that you prepare during maybe you write your speech, you memorize your speech, but in our job now, you don't have to. When you see people, just speak your purpose, speak what's in your heart, what's in your mind. The preparation is always in the heart, because public service equals public speaking. So what you do in public service is what you say in public speaking. So I guess there is no preparation, just like what we did when we were still in school, during the delivery of our graduation messages, diba? We're memorizing, some are writing for us, no? But this time, what's in your thought, what comes out in your mouth. So, wala siyang masyadong preparation, as long as you know what you are saying to the crowd.
What is your vision for the city?
I think, because I believe that at the back of a good city is a good people, a good stakeholders. Maybe more empowered people, more empowered stakeholders. Because if the stakeholders is empowered, they will join or they will cooperate in the government in doing or planning with what is the good, what is best for the city, and it will lead to a development.
For me, my vision for our city is I wish it will grow more and to be known around the world.
Of course, same with you being a resident of the municipality of Tantangan. We envision our town years from now maybe more peaceful, more developed. Maybe your dream is also my dream. But 5 years from now, we wish or hope and pray that our municipality will become a first-class municipality, because now, as of now, we are a third-class one. If we will not be a city in the future, at least the first class is also a very good town for us to live in, because we are sandwiched by city of Coronadal, and we are city of Coronadal and Tacloban City. As long as our people is enjoying the rights and privileges, but of course also cooperating and sharing his or her responsibilities for the municipality of Tantangan, because we cannot leave the governance to our officials, because what's most important is the cooperation of the people. Collaborative effort is very important, because if we leave things to our officials, well, they're only the mayor, the vice mayor, and the 8 councilors, a vice president, 10 only people in the legislative body, and we have 1 in the executive department, our local chief executive, the mayor. So if we only leave things for Tantangan to them, I guess nothing will happen.